looks like this. Just like that. Hey, this is Andrew Bocher with GY6 Outdoors. This is the Haven Hammock Bivy Tent. This setup keeps you flat and comfortable, even for a big 6'3", 230-pound guy like myself. So let me take you inside this tent right here. So you unzip all that. You have this wide open section. You can sit like this in a chair and have your stove down here and just sit in the tent and be good to go cooking your meal while still having your shelter from the rain, which is great. So you can have your stove here far enough on the ground where it's not going to burn anything, cook your meal, have your gear underneath both sides, and still have the protection of your rainfly, which is rad. Keeps you off the ground, so if it's raining too heavy, you don't have to worry about your mattress and your whole tent getting soaked. And then when you put this all away, there's no moisture on the bottom that you get from tents that you have to stuff back into a stuff sack that you have to then air out later. This is airing out all the time. You can sit in this just like a chair and rock back and forward, and you are very, very, very stable. Let me take my boots off here and get fully in here for you. And you can tell it's just very easy. You're not struggling, you're not flipping out of this thing, you're not going upside down, and zip this all the way closed, just like that. And now you're in your peaceful, amazing bed. You have 1, 2, and 3 pouches for holding gear, and then you have your ridge line, which is rad. You can hang your backpack, so one section would be attached to a backpack, the other section would be the other end of the backpack, and your backpack would then hang about this low, probably just above my knees. Even with my knees bent, it probably wouldn't touch. And it goes the entire length of the tent, which is very nice. You have 1, 2, and 3 more pouches for putting cell phones and accoutrements that you want to keep in your tent. And then you have these spreader bars. They fit in these little pockets right here and here. And the spreader bars break down in half, so they collapse just like a tent pole. And another one is back here as well. And that keeps the tent opened up so you're not turned into a weird, uncomfortable burrito and you feel claustrophobic. You don't. You feel very spacious in here. And I'm a bigger guy and I'm enjoying this. And then in the corners of the tent, you have these little pockets that the Haven Tent insulated mattress fits into, so it stays in its place where it needs to be. You don't have to worry about that pad coming free. It stays right in those little pockets. You attach that little section there to the little loop right here, and the same thing on this side with that loop right there. And now your rainfly is hugging you and keeping it nice and safe. So if there's any crosswind with rain, it'll keep the rain out from here. Plus, the most of all, it keeps the heat into the tent more too. It closes everything off. And then when you get hotter, like it is right now in the midday, take the rainfly off completely, which looks like this. Just like that. And now you have this exposed, beautiful scenery looking up at the sky, seeing through the trees. And it's so wonderful to be in a hammock. Something about being in a hammock, it's so peaceful and relaxing. I'm just in love with this setup. How rad is this? So you can see when I'm in this, rocking back and forth, it's not throwing me out of the tent. It's not wanting to flip. I can lean all the way over here and you're still gonna be just fine, which is something I can't say for other hammocks. The zippers are one of the things I love most. There's nothing worse in the world than when you have a tent that has zippers that end up snagging and it makes you freaking nuts, especially if you have the call of the wild in the middle of the night and you have to get out to go to the restroom and your zipper's stuck and you almost pee your pants. Never a good thing. And it's dual-sided, so you can get out on this side with zippers or on the other side with other set of zippers, not the same set. It stops at the top of the ridge line. And you can sit up in this tent. I'm 6'3", and I still have about 5 or 6 inches above my head. Plenty of room. It's not confining. It's not claustrophobic. The spreader bars inside this tent keep it open. You can even sleep on your stomach. And this air mattress is not fully inflated, but usually when you're sleeping on your stomach in a hammock, your back is bowed so far, you're gonna have to see a chiropractor by the time you get home from your camping trip. I can't get over this. This is just a fantastic setup. Very easy, get in and out of the tent. So manage all your guy lines, that way they don't get knotted up. Still attached on that carabiner on this side. And you just loop this around. You can deploy it really fast when you need to. Just like that, now your hammock tent has a rainfly on it. And it's very simple to do. I know I made it snap quick, but you have little eyelets on all four corners of the rainfly itself that run off on guy lines, and they have the typical toggle tensioners that you would pull tight. But the main part that attaches your rainfly to the Haven tent are the carabiners. So you can see them up here. It's tied into the carabiner that's attached to the tree. So you already have your tent going. All you have to do is attach this carabiner through the rainfly. Have a little toggle opening. This little opening here fits into the toggle on the bottom of the tent. And now the rainfly is held down to that side of the tent. So you have tension there. And then in the middle, you have this little attachment point here, which is a clip. And that clip goes to this little eyelet that's in the center. Now all these things, these two corners of toggles and the little eyelet are equal on the other side. It's just so nice that you can go from being open and exposed to completely covered up in your rainfly. You can see with my feet all the way down to the end of the tent, touching barely, my head is still, you know, a long ways away from hitting the other end of the tent. And I'm 6'3", so this gives you an idea of how massive this Haven XL tent is. Legs to the side and bent a little bit. You can have your legs up completely and still have all the room to the roof. It's so nice that it's not claustrophobic, because other tents and other bivy tents and other hammocks will make you feel like a freaking hot dog. But when you put a pillow in here, you fall asleep like that. And you can tell that I still, sitting up completely, I still have 4 or 5 inches above my head, rocking back and forth. It doesn't flip you. It's so cool. So you can roll completely on your side like that. This is nice. It's not burritoing in as much. It's very nice. As long as you have these corners attached into the pad right there, it keeps you from burritoing in too much. It keeps it more flat. But I do see that this does burrito a little bit sometimes. But being a bigger guy, 230 pounds, it's holding me quite well. You want to get out of the tent, you grab your zipper, you unzip that, grab your zipper, close it, and you're out of your tent. I love the simplicity of the straps. You're able to strap these around pretty large trees. I mean, it's a long, large strap, so it's pretty ample. That tree's very large and it went around no problem. So if you wanted this higher, you obviously can raise this carabiner up to the higher strapping point. This tent is rated for about 290 pounds, roughly, I think 285. And I absolutely love the fact that you have a large footprint when you have those guy lines out with your rainfly, because you can put stuff under your tent and it will stay out of the rain, but it's not gonna clog up your tent. Where a regular ground tent, you have to put everything in your tent or it stays out in the rain, because you don't have any room under your tent. It's very nice and versatile, plus you get all the benefits of a hammock, all the ease of a hammock, and it's flat and open. If you're in an area that's very cold, they have options that have thicker material. It's a little bit heavier, but thicker material that'll keep you warmer in extreme cold temperatures. It's really nice because they even thought to the point of the packaging of the bags. The bag itself will hold the Haven tent and strap down and lash down your mattress to the bag that's holding your tent as well. So it stays as one package. You don't have to worry about where's my mattress and where's my tent. It's all in one thing. And then the bag that holds your mattress acts as a pump as well, which allows you to pump up this mattress without using your breath. You just fill the air in the bag and you squeeze that into the mattress. You do it again, squeeze it in the mattress. Not only does it save your lungs, especially when you're at high elevations, from getting lightheaded, which is a problem. You get dizzy, you pass out, you hit your head on something, that's no bueno. So having that ability and keeping the moisture out of your mouth from breathing into your air mattress, which is not good because it breathes bacteria and nastiness and moisture into your insulated sleeping pad. So having fresh air being pumped in using the actual sack that this comes in, it's rad. If you want to see more behind the scenes and more things of my life and style of living in the outdoors and doing a bunch of outdoor things, including hunting and testing other gear and other small products, go check out my Instagram page at GY6Outdoors. Come say hi, come leave comments, come make fun of me, whatever you want to do. I want to show you how quick it is to break this down if you need to get going. And this will just deflate all the way out, which is very simple. Just like any other mattress, I don't want to be too long-winded. Push all the air out, roll it up, you get the idea. Okay, so the rest of this tent is very simple to break down. You zip it all up, make sure you don't get any bugs in there, and you take it off of the tree. This carabiner right here, pull it off of that. That comes down. This strap here is just looped in on itself. And obviously to set this up, just reverse what I'm doing. This loops through this hole. That strap's off. Put that near your bag. You take this carabiner, you take that off. Now obviously you don't have to have the rainfly removed. You can keep the rainfly on here if you want to, like it is wrapped up. Put that on itself, take this off the tree, and you're already disconnected. It's very fast. Just make sure to manage all your stakes and your guy lines and your straps, put them near your bag. I'm gonna take this rainfly off real fast, which is once again, like we talked about, the carabiner loops through. There's your rainfly. This is your whole tent. Now inside the tent, the one thing I forgot to do before I took it down is your spreader bars. The spreader bars are very easy to take out, but little pockets, very simple. You pull your spreader bar out. Obviously it's easier if it's still on the tree, but even when it's not and you screw up like I'm doing, it's still fast. Take another spreader bar. Spreader bars are compact, and you wrap this up and you roll this into the tent if you want to, or stick it on the outside of the tent in the bag. And just doing it loosely. You don't have to be Captain Perfect with your rolling, because they give you an ample enough bag that this will fit into, which is over here. What's nice is they give you a bag big enough that you don't have to shoehorn your tent into. I hate that when you have to like curb stomp a tent into something. Take your spreader bars, stick those alongside your tent. Your rainfly, I just keep the guy lines attached because it makes it easier for setup later. Very easy to set up. It's just everything I just did in reverse. The thing that takes the longest is blowing up the air mattress, and that's not that long. So the bag is big enough for not only the tent, but also your rainfly. This is the most janky way to pack it, but it still fits in there, no problem. That's your rainfly and your tent. Air mattress into here. This is obviously the inflatable bag itself, so you gather all the air in this, and then you force the air out that hole into your sleeping bag, and this all stuffs inside like that, and this will hold your air mattress, which I don't want to show because that's boring. This holds itself like this, so it'll be all together. Everything fits all in here, and it's 7 pounds and some change. Pretty rad. Haven Tents, well done. See you guys later.